This video is going to be about my trip with Fawn and her family to Bang Saray Beach. And then a little side trip one day on that. Well, we went to, I got to look it up. I was unfamiliar with both places. Neither are well traveled by Westerners. I feel a little bad for giving these up. They're nice, quiet places. Haat Saai, and I've got the Thai spelling here. I'll put it on the screen. That basically means like, I would translate that to like Clearwater Beach, and that would be an accurate description. It's very pretty. The Haat Saai is very pretty, quiet. There was 10% Westerners there, so it wasn't super secret, but clean and quiet. There was a massage shop there. I took a nice hour and a half massage, I think, very relaxing. Set for a long time with Fawn and her family. So let's go into this whole trip thing. So I've got some short video clips and maybe a dozen pictures, and I'll put that all together and I'll narrate the photos. I do this once a year. So this is going to be my kind of video. So it's not going to be well, go here, look at that. You know, there's tons of those tourism videos, and I'm not particularly good at that. But so why I take this trip? This is my annual trip. I do it once a year. I invite Fawn and her kind of extended family, which includes her cousin Yui, who does all my shirts, who won't take my money. She tailored this shirt, for example. It fits me freaking perfectly, as long as I don't get too fat. And I include the whole thing. I hire a driver and a do, which is a touring van, like a 12-passenger van. I always refer to these to myself as I think of these as my 30 granders. They run. I always think they cost about 30,000 baht. A few years ago, I think they were costing probably closer to 40 if I added everything up. I never really did because I don't want to, because I do it once a year regardless. This year, Fawn wanted to know exactly what it cost, and this year it did cost 55,000. That was shopping, gifts, 2 fancy dinners for me and Fawn. Not one beachside casual dinner, and then one medium fancy nice dinner on the beach. You'll see me in a muscle shirt at a restaurant, bad Robb, but it was flipping hot. It was really hot on the ocean there on the Gulf. You've got the humidity, which I don't like. Where I live, it's arid and dry. I think you saw that in the bonus footage from the video, or 2 videos prior, I don't remember. I did a bonus footage out in 105 degree, 104 degree heat, and I was completely comfortable. We're here, less so. It's humid on the Gulf. Chai. And so it was 55 grand, you know, and I don't care. And not that I'm bragging that I'm rich, because I am not rich. That's one of my reasons I came here, was to control my finances. But I want to do it. It's from the heart. Now, having said that, there's a couple teenagers we included in this trip, and one that Fawn and the woman that cares for him, because his mother is someone I won't talk about. They were only listening so much, and they mostly just wanted to play with their phones the whole time. So probably not bringing them again. I'm gonna say they've aged out of the system in this case. But Fawn's boys are always going to be welcome on this kind of stuff. And I obviously took Fawn's parents, and her parents have become just truly wonderful to me. They've always been good. You should not get immediate acceptance from a Thai woman's family, because you're a Westerner, you look weird, you're not dressing and grooming probably like they expect, you probably don't speak the language very much, or if at all, or if you do, your Thai's going to suck. My Thai still sucks. My Thai's always going to suck, dang it. That's just the way it is. As long as they can understand you, then your Thai is excellent, but it will still suck. And motivation, realistic expectations. You know, so, but Fawn's dad is like the most peaceful guy ever. He accepted me immediately, and then Fawn's mom took about 2 years, and then, but here's my point though. So now it's been 4 years that they've known me well, and now we've really hit a stride where we get along really, really, really well. They know what they can expect from me, and Fawn and her parents and her aunt are always asking, are you are you bored? Are you bored of the kids being over too much? Bored of this, bored of that? Are you okay? They know that us Western retired guys can tend to get bored. We also have a bit of a playboy reputation, so there's going to be always, even though they know I'm not a playboy, I don't have the energy for it, guys. they're going to be worried about that. And I can get bored in the village. If I'm home, 2 days in the village is my limit. I want to go to the city and at least get to a mall, do some shopping, get a Dairy Queen ice cream, which is, there's actually better ice cream at the Macros. They've got like real freaking soft serve. They're that's like good ice cream. But whatever. And just get some modern conveniences, walk around the mall and not be hot. Something like that. That's fun. Or riding my motorcycle. And my motorcycle's been unavailable this is like the third or fourth week now, waiting on an O2 sensor. Getting a little bored of waiting for my O2 sensor. That I am bored of. Hopefully this week, it's Monday as I'm recording this. Hopefully this week, hopefully today or tomorrow, Fawn gets a text or a call from the service department, or they might text me. Sometimes they text me. I text back and forth with them in Thai, and I think I've earned some credit with that. And now they'll text me in Thai. I'll read it. There might be a word or two I can't read. I'll look it up. I'll go, oh, I get it, and I'll respond back. And they got to be. I've got to be about the only Westerner they're doing that with. I can't imagine. An older guy, maybe a young guy might. You young guys learn the language a lot better than we do. My brain has shrunk to 17% of what it used to be, I think. That's 83% loss. But no, it was a great trip. And everybody was nice and polite. Everybody was respectful. And I took some privileges. In the van, the front row, there's the front seat, which Fawn's one boy likes to sit there, and that's great. Sometimes her dad would sit there. They trade off on that. That's great. I can take that seat anytime I want. I didn't want it this trip. The front bench I took, and I can lay flat on my back, put my head on Fawn's lap, never unpleasant. And I can do that. I took 2 naps. The drive down was off the top of my head. I didn't time it. I don't know, maybe 9 hours or 8 hours. No, probably 7 or 8 hours, something like that. And so I think I took 2 naps. And we stopped for coffee a couple times, and I gave Fawn's cousin Yui, who does my shirts and is nice to us and helps. Anytime we ask for help, she's like hot on it. She's wonderful. I gave her 1,000 baht, and she prayed to me and thanked me. And then I gave Fawn's mom 500 baht. I gave her less because Fawn's parents were with us the whole time. I'm paying for everything anyways. But just in the odd chance she wanted something, I just gave her something and did that. And then it was like that the whole trip. I paid for absolutely everything. They had no out-of-pocket costs that I'm aware of. And then Fawn and I had our 2 dinners out alone. And the one you'll see me smoking a cigar and just enjoying a nice steak and just having a great time. And it was great. It was a great time. So I had some family time mentoring the teenager who listened a tiny percentage of the time. I had some time with Fawn's boys. There was a small pool there. I really couldn't swim in it much, a little, but it's more of a plunge pool. But we played in it, relaxed in it, and I swam around in it a little bit on what you could do. And mostly in the mornings, her dad and I took walks, and I got a couple photos from that, I think. And basically just a quiet, relaxing time. Just a little off the beaten path. I mentioned this in my Westerner video. All the Westerners I ran into were reasonable. Nobody came over and volunteered their opinion on something to me, told me how I should think or live, which I've had that before. I love it when people tell me how to think or live when I'm eating a meal in peace at my own table. Honestly, I didn't see too many of the guys just wearing ridiculous tourist attire, and they're 50 years older than their obvious bar girl they've bar fined out that morning, or whatever you call that, which is a little indecorous, and it makes us look bad when I'm out with Fawn and her family. Like, yeah, this is what my people normally do. I just happen to be with you guys today. That's how I take it, and that's how my friends and I all take it, and we just prefer not to engage in that or be adjacent to it, because it just sort of throws kind of an unglow on things, puts a tarnish on everything. That's the way to say it. So none of my friends and I like that. We all have that exact same mindset. We like to keep to ourselves with all of those guys. Sorry to say it, but that's just the way it is. So, that's too bad. There's a lady. I like her. I mean, she's made some poor choices, but I see she got a spare tire on her car. Tires are really expensive for Thai people. So I feel bad. That's going to be expensive for her to fix, but I can't help that. I suffer from a slight excess of empathy. I have to be very careful not to help people You want to and all that. And I get a lot of nice guys on the channel, and they want to help this lady here and there. And I hate to say it, but I'll tell them, look, guy, you can't do that. You just met her. You cannot go and buy her a new set of tires. You cannot pay for her braces on the third date. And I'm not making fun. These are real examples. And it's the guys, they know they've got it good. They know they've been blessed, and then they want to share. And you got to share appropriately. And this annual trip that I do, I only did this maybe after the second year I've known Fawn. So this is like our third annual trip, I didn't start off with this right away. And within her family and stuff, people sometimes have hardships, and I keep my lips zipped, There's some people I help here and there, but that's the way it is. There's a really nice lady at the gym where I go, and a little sidetrack on helping. And, she had a real bad injury to her foot, and she didn't have any money. She goes, my me dang, don't have any money. And then I told her, she went to an expensive private hospital to get it diagnosed. I said, did you go to I know the village she lives in actually near me by coincidence. I said, did you go there? Because it's really cheap. I said, this is all in Thai. I said, I had my wart removed off of my toe, and they did the surgery right there, and it was like $10 for anesthetic, a doctor, and 3 nurses. I mean, really? Wouldn't that be $100 no matter what? But apparently not. And it healed up great. And the wart is, they dug that thing out so deep. I think I saw China down there. That thing ain't never. If that thing comes back, there's no hope for humanity. We're doomed. It's that the Last of Us scenario. We're dead. I told her to do that, and then she went and she said it was a lot cheaper. So she's still waiting on what she's going to do. Now, if she came to me and she said she didn't have, they quoted her 300 baht or $10, or that's a bigger deal. Maybe that's $30. 1,000 baht, nung pan baht. I would have said I'd probably loan it to her, probably without telling Fawn, and hopefully nothing bad happened out of that. I don't know. I probably actually I like that lady. I do. She's very sweet, but. Anyways, so back to the beach. Beach was great, good time, no problems. Private van's a great way to travel. The van cost, gas is a little more expensive now, but the whole thing, driver, van, everything was $6,000 baht, maybe under 7 for sure. So let's just call it 7. I'm comfortable that it was no more than 7,000 baht. Driver, the cost of the van, the driver, and all the fuel. And that thing drinks gas like crazy, I found out on this trip. So, but whatever, who cares? And $7,000 is, that's roughly $250 or something off the top of my head. And, so then the whole trip, 55,000, that's, roughly like $1,600 or something like that for the whole trip. Everybody having a great time. 2 nights, 3 days. They cooked all their crazy Thai food that they all love. The whole time the women took over the kitchen and all that, and her dad, Kun Paul, got time to relax. He grilled. He likes to grill. He's the grill master. He grilled up some shrimp and some stuff. I didn't eat any of that. I had some protein drinks and a small bit of grilled pork or something, and then I ate one meal a day, and I ate my one meal a day at the restaurant. And I had coffee. And I had to do with powdered coffee because I'm not bringing my cappuccino machine with me. I'm not risking breaking it and moving, and it's not worth it. And the powdered coffee is doable. You got to be overseas. You should be flexible, real flexible. Now it's like we're doing this, we're going there. Maybe this person's coming on a certain day or something. And before it was like, well, what time are they arriving? When are we going? When do we got to leave? What's the trip? I would plan. And now it's like, okay, let me know. You know what? I'm going to go have a whiskey and a cigar. And if anything happens, let me know. Otherwise, don't need to bother me. And we'll go when we go. And I know wherever we're going, it's my car, and I got the keys. So I know. It's like at a house party in high school. I used to volunteer to drive, and I was one of the few guys that had his own car. It was a piece of shit. Okay, don't be jealous, but I had a car, and it wasn't a total piece of shit. I knew I wasn't getting screwed at the house party on the transportation end of it. I did get screwed at the house party, but I crude joke, sorry, but I had the keys. And it's the same now. And I guess I was that guy back then, and I'm still that guy. So I don't know if that's any psychological people on the channel. Is that good or bad? Am I a control freak? But I like that. I like kind of knowing, well, we're leaving when I guess I'm ready to leave. It's my retirement. Because marriage is a lot of compromise back in the West, and that's fine. I made an awful lot of compromise. I think we compromised 80-20 in my relationship. I'm pretty sure I had the 20 end. Here, I probably have the 70 end of it, and I'm always volunteering more to Fawn, and Fawn won't take it out of kindness. That I will tell you flat out. That's the best part of this. Anyway, so that's the intro, a long intro discussion on it and some side points. And let's get into this whole Bang Saray beach and that, what is that called again? I'm reading it in Thai, the Haat Saai and that, which means Clearwater Beach. They were both really nice.
And here we are just starting out on our drive south. And we're winding through some of the back roads before we could get to the highway. This was determined to be the best way for us to go, leaving from my house very early in the morning.
Early morning at the beach, and oh heck, I forget where we are. I'll put it on the screen. Oh, there's Khun Paw. They decided to take a walk too. They were kind of hoping Ken do some fishing for apparently 3 minutes. I'm getting some beach therapy, barefoot in the sand and all that. It was fun. There's 4 Thai men like sitting at a table. I don't know what they were doing, maybe fishermen or something. And they overheard me speaking Thai with Khun Paw and one of Fawn's boys, and they all turned their heads. It's that rare if you speak here. It really is. It makes it a lot more fun. Anyways, so they all were smiling at me and stuff, and so I gave them a Sawadi Chow, which is good morning. And they gave that back, and I gave them a big Y, which they're probably all younger than me. It's a little inappropriate, but they liked it. Got to go with the vibe sometimes. But this will never hurt my feelings. There's Kim coming. There was I think an Australian man at least he had a nice shirt on and a hat, and it's more early morning. He's drinking a huge beer, but he had a hat on. That makes it more polite. Honestly, he was nice and quiet. I have no problem. But that's the stereotype, and it's true for a reason. I don't know. Walking with Khun Paw. Laughing and joking as usual. We always end up like this. And I asked him if he missed his rice farm. He's like, yes. And I said, you're a rice farmer. And there's a special word for rice farmer as a person to like their core beliefs. And I used that word, and he very quickly gave me a chai, like real strong, like he really, you can tell how they will emphasize the language with another tone, which those tones we understand, which is nice. Nice. Fawn's one boy loves fishing, and the other boy, not so much. We're all washing off our shoes and feet from the walk on the beach. That was a hour-long walk with me and Khun Paw, and about a half hour hanging with the kids. Watching Ken fish and praising him, trying to be a good influence on his life. We come back, and here's the important part. There's one of Yui's boys. And Ken, her one boy, Fawn's one boy, insisted he come over and hose off my shoes and my feet first before anybody else, even though I was near the back of the line. So, respect. And who cares what order your shoes get rinsed off? But it's all these little things. Here they have meaning. It's not like America. It's like all those Japanese cultural movies you see, and everything has meaning here. Thailand is like that. Picnic Tale. Tale Sai. Say mai?
Haat Saai Kaeow.
Happy Easter. In general, you should not be joking with the Thai soldiers. However, if you're confident that your Thai is pretty good, and you're in a friendly environment, and you're with a bunch of Thai friends, key point, then you may do so. I did that. Really, it's a lot of fun. We had a great joke. Everybody laughed. They were inspecting our van to see if we had enough tickets. We paid for everybody. There's nobody cheated coming into the beach. This is a paid beach. Which you can see why. It's gorgeous here. And the water's known to be crystal clear. What's the name of this beach again?
Haat Saai Kaeow. Haat Saai Kaeow.
Haat Saai Kaeow?
ใช่
Okay. It's a glass beach is kind of how it roughly sort of translates. Anyways, so the soldier opens the big sliding door of our van to check, and then I speak up and I say, "Kon Thai muat le, the mai mi phalang," and it was all Thai people only, no foreigners. And of course he looks at me, and then he gets a big smile on his face. And then the soldier behind him pokes his head in and they all laugh. It was a lot of fun. I was reading this sign and it took me a second. It's in English underneath it, but I didn't look until the end. But Barika seafood. It made me laugh. I love that. It's a little unfair when they do phonetic English in frickin' Thai, but it makes me laugh almost every time. But yeah, it's actually a pretty view there in the sky. I was kind of looking at the street more. Definitely not looking at any pretty ladies walking by. I didn't do that for sure. But down there is where the restaurants are, and Fawn found one potentially high-class restaurant, and it's been hot today, but it's actually cooled down. But you can see a little bit of the ocean there too, or more than a little bit of the ocean, and some beach. Very pretty, very, very pretty. Nice vacation, nice time. Kunmag grilling some food. We're going to a restaurant though. Fawn's just checking to see if our driver can do like a pickup ride for us later after dinner. Oh, pretty area. Elena.
Here I have the volume way down because I'm afraid if background audio will give me a copyright strike. It was about a 20-minute walk to our restaurant.
Oh, kray suway mak. You don't know? Oh, chukyang suway mak. Oh, Dima.
Happy Easter, Daniel.
Thanks. Have a good cup.
Have a good day. Enjoy this Easter.
So I'm standing up here watching all these little motorcycles and the occasional tractor go by. And it's like, you know, if I lived here, I'd probably just have a small bike. And then a Harley Davidson Heritage Softail just rolled by. And I'm like, screw that, I'd get a Harley. Made sure I safely got across the intersection before I bother looking at the phone, because this is a dangerous intersection. I have no idea where I am. I never know where I am most of the time anyways. That was the limit of my time, chatting with a very nice barista lady who made a really good cappuccino. So there's that. And she was asking if I had a family already here, which is like, are you with a Thai family, which is a soft way of saying, you have a wife yet? Yes, I do. Anyways, beautiful day.
And here's the slideshow. So these photos are all in order. So this is the first shot. So this is us probably 3:30 in the morning taking off in the car. And here's me waking up from a nap on Fawn's lap. Never hurts my feelings. We went to some military museum place, casual outdoor thing, and everybody had a little fun, making fun pictures. Ken likes my motorcycle, so he likes to pretend he has a Harley Davidson. And here's a particularly cute photo of Fawn. They could put that on the Thailand website probably. She's looking particularly beautiful and cute there. I may enlarge this photo a little. And just some old things and just family time, everybody hanging out. And there is a nice mountain here. And this is at a temple, a big turtle temple. You can probably look that up. And then took this nice picture of Fawn's dad, Kun Pa. Again, he and I get along extremely well. And here's her boys following along behind me and Kun Pa on a morning beach walk. And then here I couldn't resist this photo of a classic Thai fishing boat. And then here's the front area of our condo or the house, whatever you want to call it, that we rented for the 2 nights, 3 days. Very, very accommodating for us. Really was very pleasant. And here's Kun Pa with all 4 boys. Again, everybody's really respectful, so what can you say? And this is the casual beachside lunch with me and Fawn, or early dinner, or whatever the heck it was. Very nice. Fawn and I had some nice romantic time with all this, and we put it to good use. And here's the kitchen in the house, obviously, and all the women, Fawn included, were busy in there the whole time, cooking, cleaning, and doing everything for everybody. And then here's our little picnic table at that glass beach that we had named incorrectly before. There you go. There's the Saai Kaeow beach. And their G, they use a K for it, and that's real common. The G and the K flip back and forth. There's a group of Westerners in the background, thought it was kind of interesting. Again, nobody misbehaved, no problems. And then here we were at a different place, I don't remember, sorry, and just took some nice little shots. Basically, we just stopped wherever the local people, which is Fawn's family, knew was a good place to stop, and that was kind of that. And I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's the name of the fancier restaurant at Bang Saray Beach. So whatever that is, and nice little dinner shot of Fawn over my Jack and Coke. I appreciate both those things in that photo, and nothing like a cigar and a Jack and Coke and Fawn's lovely company. And I'm a man at peace with the world. What can you, what can you say?
Well, adding to the list of the many services I provide in addition to physical security is handyman work. I've kind of gently but a little bit firm pushed Fawn to clean up her rental rooms and the property a little bit, come up with some kind of plan. My ostensible argument was that, let me close my gate, that I've put in a lot of money and I want it to be fair on my investment. Like, I never get a penny out of this, you understand. Anyways, the real reason is to nudge her to have a better life and have more financial independence apart from me. Not that I care about the money, I care about her. Something happens to me, you get the idea. So we're off to the rental room. Just talking to her how I'm got a plan for one boy's giving her a little trouble. Not really, but he's lazy. How's that? Here's the rental rooms. We've got a customer, Luke Ka, in one of the two first rooms. I think it's Hong Ti Song, the second one. And then Hong Ti Sam, we've got actually a Westerner moving in there, a guy from the channel of all things. Crazy, huh? But he's a nice guy, he's very polite. He knows the rules. He says he agrees with the rules, so that's cool. And then here's a Hong Ti Ha, the fifth room, room number 5. Ti Ha is fifth. And that's empty. So we've got 3 full, 2 empty rooms at the moment. It's okay. One person that left was drinking way too much. It wasn't super loud, but culturally that's just not appreciated, as I'm always saying on the channel. Hey, look at that, the Thai people know Thai culture. And as evidenced by his beer bottles. And every day there's fresh bottles left out there. The villagers see this, even though he isn't loud or obnoxious, and they don't like it. It's indecorous. And so when a Westerner is out here somewhere playing loud music and drinking and going crazy, see, they love that. They love that. That's awesome. This is very literally our deluxe rental room. This is where the Western guy is going to be living. I won't show you it probably after he moves in, this unfair. But this is actually my old room. We bought him a brand new bed. Steel is nice because no bugs and stuff, and it's durable. He ordered a furnished room. He paid for a furnished room. So we get this really nice table. The quality on that table is way high for a rental room. It was super discounted because nobody else wanted to pay for it because the quality and the price, but it was like 80% off. It was still expensive. But when he's done here, I'm taking that table and chairs because I actually checked those and they're comfortable. I just didn't have a place for them at my house. So I'm kind of using this as storage while I'm being a nice guy and giving him some nice furniture. I know he'll take care of it. And then we gave him a wardrobe. Fawn insisted he should have a wardrobe. He's going to be coming and going more, but we left 1 row of shelves for him, and we did add a small table, though, which is nice. And he can add more if he wants. But and then she added a sink, and we're, as a gift, kind of giving the room some dishes and some basic dishes and stuff. And then he's just got to go get a fridge, a microwave, and a hot pot to make powdered coffee with. And the powdered coffee is honestly not that bad. I'm a coffee spoiled brat, but the powdered coffee actually is doable for a few days, even for me. Here's the landlord. So cute. Kind of the quiet traffic that you see going by. It's just stuff like this. Just I lived here a long time. It's very comfortable. There's that's some rather attractive, nice lady lives next door. I like her. She's a nice lady, and generally a nice breeze coming out of the north through here. It's really comfortable. And when I was here, we had an outdoor power outlet, which you can still. I put a notch in the window. You can run a plug through if you want. That's what I did. And I had an easy chair, and I sat here. I edited my YouTube videos, and filmed some of the old YouTube videos. Were filmed over there. You recognize those plants in the background.
It was a very pleasant spot. I mean, geez, Rob, you lived in a tiny little room for 3 years, but I was physically recovering, and I've been pushing it as hard as I can. This is a rough son of a gun, let me tell you. It's not easy. I almost got, you know, almost went down with the ship on this last surgery. I got lucky, and I made it my life's motivation, and prior to that, I'd gotten rid of all the empty baggage in my life. Anybody that wasn't for me, helping me, didn't love me sincerely, didn't give a rodent's hindquarters about me, man, they were at the curb along with the rest of the garbage. And that lightens your load. And here we are. So that's a nice little spot. Here, I'll show you. Here's the shower and the hot water. This is actually the one I used for 3 years, roughly. It's actually a pretty nice little bathroom. I had a Western toilet installed. In the back, there's you can see the chain link fence, I think. You can, in the back, you can see the chain link fence that Fawn just had her dad and a helper add. Welded it all in real nice and neat, just to keep the cats out, make the house less appealing. And the rear door already has good, it's got security bars everywhere. Not that you really need them, but it's a great peace of mind. Little sink is cleaned up. Fawn was kind of worried about this rust here a little bit. I said that's something he can clean up himself if that bothers him. If I get the mind, I might scrub it myself a little bit, but maybe not. And that's kind of the whole room. There's your front window. Again, nice view, pleasant little door. Very comfortable, small little room. And I expected to see Fawn at her table, but there she is. Look at that. Oh, and everybody, have a nice day. This shot was taken in Bang Saray Beach as well. That boat there is a famous landmark.
I try to be respectful to some of Fawn's superstitions and stuff, but they got some kind of thing about the full moon, like the light of the full moon is draws out ghosts or something. I used to think that maybe that was the light from the city, but it's not. It's way too far. That's the gas station at the corner. Anyways, it's a beautiful evening. Look at that. Really nice, lovely sky. I get a reverse sunset there to the west every night. Sky lights up orange, purple, whatever. It's really lovely reverse sunset. I don't know why I get such a good one, but I do. Anyways, beautiful evening. This is Rob. Video's over. I'm closing my gate. But if you've been liking or subscribing, or and praise God if you've been a member of the channel, I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that watches. You have a great day.